Good morning, everybody. How are you? Well, it's been a minute since I've been on. I've been saying that a lot lately, haven't I? So I guess we have a lot to discuss. I got my coffee. It is like, I think, 5:45, 5:45 a.m. Today is Wednesday weigh-in. And, I have to report. Last week I gained a pound. This week I'm down a pound. So I'm kind of doing the fluctuating up and down, up and down. So, with stating that, let's talk about that. I guess in a point in weight loss, I have been struggling with weight loss my whole entire life, it seems like, since high school, middle school. So, I've done every diet, I've done every fab, I've been on medicine, I've been on, there's just so many things that I've done to try to lose weight. And that's why I don't go with all of these carnivore diets or, the shot or whatever the case may be. I need to lose this. Weight Watchers, I feel like, is a very healthy, stable, and get it off, keep it off type thing. So that's why I'm sticking with Weight Watchers, and that's why I feel like it is working for me. And I've lost 20 pounds, so your body gets to a point to where it's going to keep going like this, right? So you might lose your 20, and then you're going to go up a pound, then you'll go down a pound, then you might go down another pound, and then you might go up a pound. So with that, it's a normal process. Like I said, I worked for a weight loss company, and I watched it. I watched people's struggles, but you get through it. So you have to keep going, and you have to keep continuing. And is it something you're doing wrong? No, it's just your body is getting that. And that's actually probably not a bad thing, I don't think. This is all my opinions, everyone. I'm not a doctor. But I just feel like it's a normal thing for your body, because you're losing 20 pounds of fat is a lot of fat to lose. If you really seriously think about that, 10 pounds of fat is a lot of fat to lose. So your body also has to kind of process that and kind of even itself out. So I am not upset that I am doing this right now, because that means pretty soon I'm gonna go boom again. So I'm happy with that. I am good with that. What I do have to do is I do have to do more walking, because I am not getting enough steps in. I am not getting enough exercise. So that's my next challenge, y'all, is trying to make sure I get those steps in. I do have an Apple Watch, so I am gonna start trying to count steps. I was trying to count minutes. That's not working for me, because I need something to challenge my brain. I need a number. So I have this number of steps, 1,500 steps today. So tomorrow, let's try to do 1,600. The next day, let's try to do 1,800. The next day, let's try to do, however the case may be. So that is what I am doing. And if anybody else out there would like to do that along with me, please let me know. Because I would love to have some challenges going. How many steps? I would love to be able to get on and say, okay, how many steps did everybody do? And everybody puts their number in. Because you know what? It helps. It helps me, because I don't know, I guess that's why I like sales. I like the competition. So with my dieting and my eating, Monday I didn't do so good. I had a friend come in, and so we went to a bunch of places, did some things. I was at my mom's. I did pretty good at my mother's. I did have, a couple of days where I had a cheeseburger and a french fries, and I had some things. What is she? She bought an angel food cake. Do you know a slice of angel food cake is like 5 points? So those add up really quick, right? So I did not get my weight. The pound is probably pretty accurate, actually. So anyway, like I said, no harm, no foul. We just get back up on the horse and ride some more, right? life just, it's tough. I don't know. It seems like I run out of time. I run out of time to be able to sit down and do a video. I'm running out of time to be able to get up and go take a walk. Like, I get up really early, but my mornings just fly by. Then when I'm at work for my 10 hours, it's like, it takes forever, right? I get an hour for lunch, so that kind of breaks up the day a little bit. But I don't know, I'm just having a time management issue right now. There's not enough time in the day for me. So I'm hoping that I can get better with getting in. I need a routine, I need a schedule. That's me. I need to get up, do the same thing day in, day out, day in, day out. That way it's better. I wish I could retire. That's not in my near future. So I have to continue trying to get everything done, and here, there, everywhere. So I have to get back to basics. What are basics with Weight Watchers? To me, the basics with Weight Watchers is getting back to stocking your refrigerator with 0-point foods, stocking your pantries with the things that I call the things that you need, the tools that you need. Make sure you have, if you're going to eat bread, make sure it's a low carb bread. Make sure you have vegetables so that when you do make that, 3-ounce piece of chicken, you have some green beans to go with it. You have some carrots to go with it. You have whatever vegetables that you like. Make sure your pantry is stocked with that. Make sure, if you're a person who enjoys, like the pancakes with the Kodiak pancake mix, make sure you have that lower syrup in there, or the sugar-free syrup in there. Make sure that you're getting your fruits, your vegetables. Try to make out a grocery list so that okay, I have this many fruits, I have this many vegetables, I have this much protein, I have this much dairy, so that you have all the right things. Because what happens to me is my refrigerator isn't stocked properly and I'm not on that basic core, then I sway and I'm just like, oh my God, I'm so hungry. Let me grab the peanut butter and jelly real quick because I'm starving, or let me grab that bowl of cereal. I was doing cereal a lot. I'm stopped that. I'm not even buying cereal right now because of the fact that cereal is 6 to 7 points, and then you add your milk and you're getting more points on top of that. So I've cut that out. I am trying to do as many zero foods as I possibly can. I make sure I have eggs. I make sure that not only do I have eggs in the refrigerator right now, that I have hard-boiled eggs. Because you know what? When you do need that drive-by eating, that hurry up, let's get something quick, you can crack an egg. To me, I can have a hard-boiled egg, salt and pepper, I'm good to go. When I get that sugar craving, when I want that cake, when I want those cookies, when I want that ice cream, I go try to grab a protein. I'm a person who retains water. I retain fluid really easily. So I'm trying also, which is kind of difficult, but I'm trying to also watch my salt intake, because again, everyone is different, but my body loves to retain that salt. So I have to make sure that I am not eating lunch meat, like deli meats, because it's so loaded with sodium. I stopped buying reduced fat cheese. I stopped buying the fat free, because if you look on the back of those, if it is fat free and dairy, it's going to be super high in sodium. So I am not doing that anymore. I eat a lot of cottage cheese. I eat the 1% cottage cheese because I have a hard time finding the zero cottage cheese. And I like the zero cottage cheese much better than I like the 1%, because I just do. But I shop at Walmart all the time, and Walmart never has it. I went to another store the other day, Deerberg's here, which is a local store. They didn't have the 0% either. And I'm picky with my cottage cheese. I do not like Daisy. I do not like that. I don't know, it starts with a B, Berkshire, Birkin something. I like my cottage cheese more on the drier end than I do on the soupier end. I don't like that. So I make sure that I have cottage cheese. One of my favorite things with cottage cheese is, and when I have cottage cheese, I always make sure that I have some canned fruit. I have pineapple, and if you rinse the Dole pineapple off, or you could get the sugar free, it's a 0 points, or no sugar added, I should say. Peaches, pears, tomatoes. I love tomatoes with cottage cheese. Even if you're like need a little fat in your diet, which I'm going to talk about here in a minute also, avocado with cottage cheese is like really good also. So I do a lot of stuff with the cottage cheese. Somebody on the channel said something about putting cottage cheese in eggs. I would be okay with that actually, because I love cottage cheese so much. But if I'm gonna eat cottage cheese, I wanna make sure, and I'm taking 2 points for it, I wanna make sure I'm enjoying it. So that's what I was getting to. My enjoyment, and this was where I get like, it gives me like a little bit of a dessert type taste, is I have my half a cup of cottage cheese, I have a cup of fresh blueberries, and I have 2 squirts of the Cool Whip, canned Cool Whip. So it's 3 points for the whole entire bowl. And it's very, very, very good to me. I enjoy that. That is something I like with a cup of coffee, right? So that is one of my favorite things to go to when I am going for that craving for that sweet. And again, that's protein. Protein is so much better for you than the sugar. So I don't know where to look right now because I feel like I need to be looking over here, but my eyes keep wanting to go over here. So bear with me on this video. So getting back to the core to me is what I just said, making out that grocery list, making sure you have those things. You know, another thing that I like to do is I used to like getting the chicken from Sam's, you know, the rotisserie chicken, but I gotta watch it because that chicken is loaded with sodium because of the preservatives, because of what's in it. So summertime, my ankles swell. I need to make sure I'm getting in my water. Yesterday I had 56 ounces of water. That's all I had. I measured all day long. So today I'm going to try to get to that 64. And I had 2 diet sodas. That's what I got to stop. See, the diet soda's not giving me headaches anymore. Knock on wood. Thank you, God above. But I got to stop doing it because I need the water. And I got the caffeine. Also, caffeine, these are things that I learned when I was working for the company I worked for. Caffeine will also make you retain water. And it was proven over and over for me watching women come in, and it's like, well, what did you do this week? What did you have this week? Why do you feel like you had that gain? And we would go through and we would look at the diary and we'd be like, see, look at, you had this much more caffeine than you had last week. So caffeine plays a trick on our bodies. It's really, you know, it's not great for us. And I went 7 years without having caffeine because of the fact that the doctor told me I should not do it because it caused other issues with my body. So I just need to get back, like I said, back to my basics, back to my core, back to the beginning roots of Weight Watchers. And that would be make my grocery list. I keep talking about it, but I never finish it because I keep going to something else. Make my grocery list. Make sure I'm putting in my food in my phone. It doesn't sound like it's that important, but that is huge. It's huge to know where you are. It's kind of like a bank account. So if you have a bank account and you got the savings and you have $800 that you have in the savings account, right? But you're not gonna get any more money to go into that savings account until the next week, right? Let's say on Monday, and then you're not going to get any more money to go in until the next Monday. But you have all these things that you have to pay, so you have to keep taking from that $800. You go to the grocery store, it's $300. You go to Walmart, it's another $100. You go to Ulta, it's another $200. You have to pay your electric bill, it's another $200. But you're not logging all of your money down. Next thing you know, your account's overdrawn. Because why? It's out of sight, out of mind. You have no idea if you're not keeping track. Your points are the exact same way. It's the exact same thing. You'll hear me say, I can't afford that. And what I mean is I don't have enough points for that. So I treat my points like I do money. So I need to make sure that I'm taking those points off throughout the day, that I am able to keep track in my mind. So when I go to grab that cottage cheese and blueberries, do I really have 3 points left that I can use? Because there's a reason that Weight Watchers gives us so many points per day. And that is because they have scientifically looked and researched on your weight versus how many points calories you're getting. And you are getting necessary calories, I would say, but I can't think of calories because it doesn't work for me. My brain just will not click to it. My brain clicks to points. So 20 pounds down, I am so happy. I am so happy. I am so thrilled. I cannot wait to be another 10 pounds down. My wedding is already here, everyone. It is already here. Did I get that extra 10? Nope, I didn't. But I'm okay with that. I do have a dress that I am thinking about wearing. I'm going to put it in right here. Okay, so what did you think about that? You can still see that there's a little bit of stuff happening, and I didn't have on any Spanx under that dress, so I got to get those out. But I really think that's what I'm wearing. I might change my mind. I was just told last night that this wedding is going to be outside and it's going to be in the 90s. So we might not do that. But I cannot wait to be able to get into a pair of jeans. I have the jeans. I got them back from Florida, and I had left them there, and I got them back, and that is my goal jeans. It's a pair of jeans that I got years ago at American Eagle Outfitters, the store, and I cried when I put them on. And you want to know why I cried? Because I was able to fit into that size right off the rack out of American Eagle. It wasn't a plus size. It was just a regular, normal size pair of jeans. So I put them on yesterday, and it's like this much to close, this much. So I got another at least 10 or 15 pounds to go, probably, before I can get back into those jeans. So I am excited, and that is one of my goals that I am working so hard to get to. I've gotten a few things from Shein, which you saw, and that dress is one of them. So I am going to not buy anything else for a minute or two. And if I do, I'm going to buy down sizes so that I can get into them. So hopefully this all goes smooth and goes as planned, right? So the other thing is with the getting back to basics with the Weight Watchers, I feel, is, you know, when you go to meetings, you have people who talk to you, you weigh in front of a bunch of people, you do this, you do that. So I just cannot get time to go to a meeting when, I don't know, I know everybody else works out there. I know a lot of people work out there. I know a lot of people don't work out there. But I don't have the time to do it. So this is kind of like my meeting, you guys. You guys are my meeting. So I am confessing to you. I am accounting to you. So that's my thing. I need the accountability. I need to be accountable for my actions. I need to be challenged. I need to be, I don't want to get in front of this camera and be like, I gained 10 pounds back. I gained 20 pounds back. No, I don't want to do that. And I am keeping this channel going no matter how long it takes. I might even keep it going forever. You guys might be seeing me in my 80s still on this channel saying, eat that cottage cheese. Make sure you get your water in. And as we get older, let's talk about water. Again, water is kind of something simple we can do, and it's so healing. Water is so healing. Water flushes things out of your system. You have a cold, you have this, you have that. You need to be drinking lots and lots and lots of water. As we get older, our bodies require more water. The more water you have, the better your skin, the healthier your nails, the better, our bodies are made up of 90% water. 90% water is in our bodies. So we have to do that. I am going to be doing this little chair yoga here in just a few minutes. So I can't be on here long because I need to get that done. Also, I discovered that my apartment complex has a really nice gym. And I really need to be trying to get up there in the morning. Again, it's time. I don't have time for all this. By the time I wake up, I take Buddy out. I try to eat breakfast. Yesterday, I ran out of time. I did not even get breakfast in. So with stating that, I was starving at work. So guess what I did? I went and got nuts. I got walnuts and I got almonds. And that was what I was eating on at work. But those are loaded with points. So I went sky high with my points yesterday on nuts. But it's better than going sky high on candies or cupcakes or ding dongs or Twinkies, right? Potato chips, things like that. So hopefully I can get it together this morning to where I can try to get either A, for a walk. That's going to be the only thing I can do. I'm definitely getting in my yoga, but I also need to try to add a little bit to that. I'm working by myself today at work, so I will have to shut down to go on breaks. But I'm going to try to take my breaks, and I'm going to try to get in my steps. So I want to know who will challenge me with steps. Who else has an Apple Watch or has a step counting watch that you can help challenge me? That'll also get me doing more videos because I'm going to want to know and I'm going to want to research. So please, if you're watching this video and you have a watch like that, let me know. Tell me so that I can make sure that we can get steps in. There's a new subscriber that I have, and she, oh my gosh, she made me feel so good. She told me that she loved my videos. She was watching all of them from the beginning. Sandy, thank you so much. Barrett, thank you so much, because she also watches your guys' channels. Kim with the phone, thank you too. And so she's like, I found you and I'm going to watch you from the beginning. So that made me feel really, really, really good. And I hope that these videos help other people because, again, like I said, I've been struggling with weight loss since I've been 11, 12, 13 years old. It really stinks. Especially being young and being a female, being a bigger girl, it was never fun, you know? So hopefully I can get down and I can maintain and keep this going because I need good health, and being heavier, it's not good health, you know? All of this stuff is like smashing your organs and all kinds of things. So I just need to get all of this fat off of me. And then we need to start talking about what do you do with the hangy skin, right? Because it does. So that's the other reason that I need to be doing my workouts, right? And I'm going to start going to the gym and trying to do the machines at least 3 days a week. So that way I can build my muscles because I have no leg muscles anymore. It's terrible. So I need to get that going, and walking will also help with that, also with the leg muscles. And it's like the inner thigh, it's like the top of my thighs, all those muscles are disappearing. Part of it is age, but part of it is just because I'm lazy and I don't get a workout in. Not lazy, I work all the time, and my job is sitting up and down, sitting, standing, sitting, standing, sitting, standing. But it's still not the same as walking and doing leg lifts and riding a bike, right? So, with stating that, everybody, I think I pretty much just feel like I need to just get back to the basics of Weight Watchers. And to me, that's what the basics of Weight Watchers is. We'll go over it one more time. So to me, the basics is making sure that you are logging in your food, making sure you're staying within your points every single day, making sure you are drinking eight ounces of water plus a day, making sure that you have the right tools, which means you have the right foods in your house. I started going on about how I was going to Sam's and getting the rotisserie chicken. I'm not doing that no more. I will just get chicken and I will bake it myself. So I get the chicken breast, I am starting to bake it. I'm starting to have that available to me, to where if I'm starving, I can just heat up a chicken breast and reheat it, and I can have that. So I eat a lot of chicken, I eat a lot of turkey. I need to start eating a little more beef just because I need to get that iron, but I'm finding to where I'm not enjoying beef as much as I used to. I don't know why. So, salads, that's the other thing I wanted to talk about. That is another basic thing. Have a salad bar prepped into your refrigerator. It helps me. On my salad bar, I have a container of salad. And you saw the lettuce that I use. I love that lettuce, that leafy green and red lettuce. And then I have a container of beets. I love beets in my salad, just regular beets. I like to take eggs in my salad, cheese in my salad. Sometimes I'll put corn in my salad. Sometimes I'll do peas. So I have like these little containers, and I have them in the refrigerator, and that is my salad bar. So when I'm starving and I'm hungry and I'm sitting here late at night, I get up and I go have a salad. I use a vinegar and oil for my dressing sometimes. Sometimes I use ranch. So I take 4 points for 2 tablespoons of ranch. But water, vinegar, and oil, like an Italian dressing, you can get by with a lot less points. So those are things that I have to have these tools. I have to have these things. And those are kind of just my inspirations that I have in there. Also, I have apples. And just so I was told I was reminded, I used to eat it all the time, that PB2 peanut butter, I got that. I got it in chocolate. So I also I'll peel an apple and slice an apple up, and I'll have an apple with the PB2 peanut butter. So those are all things that are basic, getting back to basic, right? My bread is 1 point, but you know what? I haven't been eating a lot of bread either. So I've just been trying to eat fruits and vegetables and all of that type of thing. So that's how I got that big, huge weight drop. But then, life happens and things happen, and I got to get back to being more prepared. I got to get back to having that day to where I do nothing but prep. The prepping is pretty much, even if you're not prepping cooking and cooking it all at the same time, you have to prep your brain to be prepared and have the tools in the refrigerator, in your pantry, ready to go, so that you can be able to stay on track, and you can make sure you are eating the correct things. And if you stay at home and you don't have to get out and go to work, that's even better, because then you really can sit and have, the foods that you need. Make sure you got it all down. So if you go onto the Weight Watchers page, it'll have 0 point foods. How many of us have gone back and really looked at that again? We've done Weight Watchers for so long, we assume that we know everything. it's always good to have a refresher course and to go back and take a look at what is exactly zero foods. How can I implement that zero food into my diet to where I'm getting more of the zero foods than I am getting where I need to count the point foods? Because that too will help you be able to become fuller. It will help you to be able to be more satisfied. And that's exactly what this is. This lifestyle is finding the right foods to make you satisfied. We all love food, and food is our purpose. Food is to keep us to live and breathe, right? Not to be in love with the food. Well, I get in love with things, so again, I'm always going to have to struggle. I already know this just because I love sweets way too much. So I have to be able to get this off to where maybe one day I can have what I want in moderation, right? But when you're trying to drop so many pounds, I have 80 pounds left to go. So when you're trying to drop that, you can't really have that moderation. You can't really have some people are good with having 1 or 2 cookies. No, you got me. If I have cookies in there, I'm gonna eat them till they're gone. So everybody knows their bodies, everybody knows their brain, everybody knows their systems, and our brain is the biggest tool we have to use. You know what? Our eyes work for our brain, right? So our eyes are a tool for our brain. So we just have to be careful with the choices that we make when we are really trying to get in and get the struggle done. And you know what? Leaning on people, leaning on others helps so much. So hopefully this channel can become a little bit close with everyone. We can all kind of just, help each other out, give ideas. Everything that I give to you is my idea, is the things that I'm doing to help me. So feel free to put into the comments what helps you. What are you doing? You might be doing something. I'm like, oh man, let me try doing that for a little bit. So there are so many different ways that people have to lose weight. And there's so many different things that we all do, right? Because we're all different. So just drop in and tell what are you doing. There might be somebody out here who is like super struggling. I had somebody tell me that their weight just keep fluctuating up down. It's like a big seesaw. Well, again, to me, that is normal if you've dropped a bunch of weight, because your body's trying to figure out where exactly to go. So it wants to go down, but it was wanting to go down slower. Oh my gosh, you hear that? Hold on. Okay, so that was my alarm. So I really have to get this wrapped up again. But back to what I was saying, the fluctuation, hang in there, keep going, because pretty soon you're going to get on that scale and you're going to see about a 3 to 4 pound loss, more than likely. So you're doing fine. And again, if it's one of those things to where you're fluctuating because you're like, oh my gosh, I'm just so hungry, I gotta eat this, or oh my gosh, I need that bowl of ice cream, or I need that piece of cake, and it's making your weight fluctuate, again, grab a protein. That's all I can say. It helps me so much, because I am such a sugarholic, it's not funny. So protein definitely helps. Also, if you're doing this and you're fluctuating up and down, check and see how much sodium you're taking, because that could be just honest to goodness fluid. It could be bloating. When you reduce your fat, and this is something people don't like to talk about, but when you reduce your fat and you're not using the restroom as much as you possibly normally do, that holds weight too. You can hold up to 20 pounds of waste. So think about that. So if you are fluctuating, you got to look at so many different things with that. It's not just the food that you're eating. It's not just the diet that you're doing. It's not because you could be eating cupcakes and ice cream one day. It very much could just be that you need to take a look at your overall health. How much water are you drinking? How much caffeine are you taking in? How much sodium are you taking in? So sometimes you got to dig in and do a little bit more research on what you're consuming and what is exiting. That's the only thing the nicest way I can say that. What is exiting your body? So, if you're not going to the bathroom and you are getting bloated with that, that will help. That will also make you retain water. It's going to make you retain pounds. So those are other things that you have to do. I know when I worked for LA Weight Loss, that was a huge problem because everybody was, you were losing a lot of fat because their program was basically kind of like what I've been doing with the chicken and the vegetables and the fruits and things like that. You got like 2 fats a day, and those 2 fats could be either butter or avocados, or it could be, they were so bad that it was even olives, like black olives were considered a fat also. So the oils that you cook in, but you only got two a day. That's it. When I say 2 a day, that means like whatever you use to cook in, that would have been 1 fat, or if you had avocados, that would have been another fat. You only got 2 for the whole entire day. So that made you get constipated. It really did. So there's so many things like the hot lemon water, which again, I'm not doing. I'm doing coffee again. Do you see? I do so good, and I need to get back, and I'm going to try starting tomorrow to not make coffee and just make my hot lemon water. So, but anyway, hot lemon water in the morning, or just a hot cup of water. If you don't want to put the lemon in it, don't. Just have a hot cup of water. That gets your organs going and gets it moving, according to the doctors from LA Weight Loss. Also, there's a tea out there which works really good, and the tea is actually really good. It tastes good. It's called Smooth Move, and it is found in the tea section. It comes in a little box, and it has different like chamomiles and different things like that in it, and that will help you go to the bathroom too, so you don't have to take like X-Lax or anything like that, So that was how we highly recommended that on the program, and my mom still uses that. I still use that. I like the tea, and it does help you. So those are things that you have to think about when you're getting back to the basics, and when you get to that point to where you're like seesawing, or if you get to the point to where you're really starting to see the number hike up. Are you bloated? The other day, my hands were so swollen and so tight. My ankles were swollen, and it was because I was retaining fluid. And in the heat, I do retain fluid. So I've had my heart checked, and I do have some complications with my heart, but nothing huge, major. Like I said, I'm not taking any medications, and it comes and it goes. Like right now, today, my ankles are perfectly fine. There's no swelling, no bloating. So, these are all things though that we have to set, and we have to look at, and we have to really nitpick on what's going on, right? So if anybody wants to reach out to me, I don't know if I have my information on the computer, but I will put it on. You can, email me. I'd be more than happy I'll answer any email that you guys send me, or, put in your comments in the section below. Please comment away. And again, if you're new to my channel, my name is Kim. This is Life Over 55 with Kim. I'm on a major journey. And with that, if everyone could just like, subscribe, and share, I would so appreciate it. Until we meet again, my friends, I will talk to you soon. Have a great day. Mwah! Bye.